कल तो जिक्र संजा टीवी मैं हाँ तुहाडे नाल अर्शदीप तुसीं देख रहे हो मेरे पिछे लोगो है WWICS सो WWICS ਦੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਆਫਿਸ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੁਲਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਫਿਸ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਿਸ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਕਰਨਲ ਸੰਧੂ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੀਟ ਗ੍ਰੀਟ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ कौन कौन इत्थे पहुंचे आओ करते हैं मुलाकात देखते हैं की कहना उन्होंने
This company is like a Fevicol. जो साढ़े नाल जुड़ गया ना वो फिर ऐ पिछे उस निकल नहीं सकता जाल च फस गया मेरे ब्रांच मैनेजर भी आए ने जोनल मैनेजर ने जिहड़े पुराने रहे हैं इत्थे एंड thousands of people have come through them. My clients are also here and they are doing extremely well. So I am happy to welcome you all, also the business person, those who are doing extremely well, the press, that's a, but without press you cannot take a step forward. So all of you, those who have come, spared your valuable time on this working day. I really appreciate and welcome you from the core of my heart that you made it for this event. That is the 28th grand anniversary of WWICS. On 23rd October 1993, the WWICS was conceptualized from a small office in Toronto on Tompkins Road. I was on the refugee board also for a number of years. I landed in Canada in the year 1988. I have done a master's in land survey. So I worked with American and Canadian companies. You will be glad to know that in the year 1993, I did a survey with my survey team of Fort McMurray of the oil fields. So we marked the oil fields, the oil trapped in sand and all that. So the extraction, it took 10 years later, now it is being done. So it was a dirt airport when we landed in Fort McMurray. So I've traveled Canada, traveled across and I know exactly the old history of Canada 500 years back, what it was, from the Inuits, from Red Indians, or the Britishers came, French came, and various battles, fights took place. And but Canada today, the modern Canada, what I see, that it has taken years for it to develop. And I must say that it is the leading country in the world, economy wise, human rights wise, from any aspect you see. That one example I can give, that during pandemic, our students, international students, irrespective of from which country they came from, India or other country, it was only the Canadian government, those who held the hand of the student, giving them monthly allowances. No other government of any other country came to the help like Australia, New Zealand and other countries. So it is a example in the history of the various countries that Canada has merged out to the best country in the world. So I am in love with Canada because I am here since 1988 and some of you might be earlier than me also, but I think that I am one of the veterans of Canada. So then we set up, I was, as I said, on the refugee board also. That gave me a lot of insight as to the legal ways of bringing people and rightful ways. So we kind of took an initiative and first on the refugee board, lot many people I helped purely on honorarium basis, charging no fee. And then somebody gave me the idea and the idea germinated in my mind that by, people not be enlightened and educated from the country of origin of their refugees, from where they are coming. So I traveled to India, conducted seminars. It was a huge response, and stampede used to be there, and processing time was only 6 months, 5 months, and so we started. We started the ball rolling, and to give credibility to the business, because immigration as such is known to be a bad business that people mint money. So we wanted to allay the fears of people that all the retired defense officers I had at the BM, one among them is Colonel Toor is sitting here. He's an old veteran. And so many other BMs, Sukhjinder Daliwal, raise your hand. He was looking after Bokaro branch for a number of years, for 10 years, more than 10 years in Odisha. And one lady was sitting here, Shri Lata Nair. She was looking after the southern rim of India, that is Bangalore and Kerala and all this. So this crowd is of my BM, old veterans, zonal managers, and also of the clients. Harpreet Red FM, he came through me. Paul Randhawa, he's sitting here in front of you, insurance broker. He came through me, and his sons are grown up now. He's a realtor. So there are many those who have come. Jograj Kallo, he is a small kid. He studied in my Canadian college, and then after he studied there, took transfer here to the Partner Institute, and then got a PR. He is the Anchorway Prime Asia, and when I went there, he touched my this thing. I didn't know him who he is. He said, "Sir, मैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ student ਰਿਹਾ CIA ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ." So it made me so much, happy ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੂਟੇ ਲਗਾਏ ਹੋਏ ਅੱਜ ਇੰਨਾ flourish ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਇੰਨਾ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ. So he's getting married also, Jograj. He's flying to India, and I have given him the assurance that I'll attend his wedding. So thank you very much for coming, and WWICS is here, and my request is only to you that just spread the word about it, that since we come to your town, to your city, so make it as a happening place. Jotanpreet had been my AGM, Assistant General Manager, for more than 10 years. For more than 10 years, you're looking after Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Amritsar branches. More than, I would say, 35,000 immigrants would have come through us, through his hands. Okay, so all of you have made this occasion very special. You spared your time. Rupinder Sandhu is there. He's the bank manager of ICICI Bank here. So you can connect with each other. You can this thing, and there is a good forum. Any kind of services you need, any kind of manpower you need, we are there to help you out. Because the pandemic, there had been a severe shortage of skilled labor, and we can get people on different categories, different streams from any country of the world. We have offices in Middle East, in Gulf countries, in East Africa, in Sydney, Australia. So the mobilization of people, there is no dream destination of people. They are all 5% of the world population always on the move. Okay, I know Bob Dylan. He's bought an island in Belize, so he's taking Stephen Harper. So whereas he's already have enough in Calgary, but still he bought an island there. Punjabis are very restless. They Punjab, yes. So Punjabis are restless. Anywhere they see land opportunity, they'll fly to there, whether it is on moon or on Mars. So they'll be first one to book the ticket. Okay. So not taking much time. Colonel Tur will like to say a few words. He is old veteran, and one or two client I will ask. They can share their experience with us.
I can tell you in Punjabi कि ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ 10-12 ਸਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੈਂ WWIC ਚ ਕੱਟੇ, that was the best period in my life. I used to work 10 to 15 hours. One of my clients is here. He, I'm not talking about Harpreet. I'll talk to you about that. He's here. He couldn't come today. He's a CEO of a company, and he said he came to Jalandhar. I was sitting in my zonal office. He said, "Sir, I want to go to Canada." So I said, "Let's start." So he said, "But who's your boss?" My boss is Colonel Sandhu and they are in Mohali. He said, he was, that one of the senior director of Bawa factory in Jalandhar. He said, "Then I will go and speak to him. I will go and meet him." I said, "Sir, you are most welcome. Start." So next day he went there. He met Colonel Sandhu. And that was about 6 p.m. So Colonel Sandhu was only sitting, but the rest of the people had gone. So he asked him, "Okay, I want to start with you, and since Colonel Tur has sent me, I'll start from here. I will do business here with you." So he said, "That's so that's what I'm coming now, sir." So he said, "I want to start the business with you." So he said, "Okay, then come tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock because office opens at 9 o'clock. He says, "I think I will go back to Jalandhar because that person there, your rep, he keeps sitting there in his office till 10 o'clock and you don't have anybody after 5 o'clock." He started, he came, he did the job, and he came here. He met me here, good. So what, now another thing I want to, I'll not take much time, another thing I'll tell you. One of my client, not one of the many clients, that his case was rejected because of his foolishness. He had told that at that time, I exactly know that it was a computer software engineer that was coming, but not computer instructor. He was a computer instructor in some institution. So during interview, we had trained him. I had trained him that you are a software engineer, not an instructor. So he went there. So he said, "No, I am a computer instructor." He asks you that in your file and your thing, it's a computer, software engineer. He said, "No, I am doing actually." So he was rejected. He came. He came and he said, "Sir, I'm sorry, I have failed, but I want my money back." I said, "You are not entitled."
It got started in 95 actually. 94 was the year when I went to his office first time with one single staff sitting in a small, very small room, and that made me feel that these guys are not genuine. They will run away with the money because 100,000 rupees, I'm telling you from my heart, 100,000 rupees in those days. I said, if they're asking for 1 lakh rupiya, people are taking 10 lakh, 15 lakh rupiya, and they're asking 100,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupiya, no, ye pakke chor ne. They will run away.
So we should have started charging more to give you the credibility.
As per the circumstances at that time, yes. So a year passed by, then, I'm driving in Chandigarh one day in October 23rd, I think. So, the pehla seminar siga. So I saw a big banner there in sector 17 or ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ intersection ਹੈਗਾ. So I said, okay, this company looks like a serious thing, so I should go and check it. So I went there, listened to him. I thought, okay, I see some light there. So I met him, did some more due diligence, and then I said, okay, I'm an insurance broker. मैं उत्थे भी insurance ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. So I'm an insurance broker. Would I be eligible? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ application ਭੇਜੋ ਫਿਰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ. The one thing he did for me is the great thing because I'm here. He didn't put on my application as an insurance broker. He knew his trade, ki karna hai. He put my application as a sales promoter, and I landed in Canada after 4 months of putting up my application as a sales promoter.
Honorable ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, sir, for being here. I came to Canada in 2001. I had applied on my own, and one day I read that WWICS can guide you because there were a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. So due to paucity of time, I contacted them, and I became their client. And since then, I had the opportunity to visit his institute in Mohali also. A wonderful gentleman. ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਫੌਜੀ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕਰਨਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਥਿਕਸ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫੌਜ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਡਿਸਪਲਿਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
ਐਂਡ ਉਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ WWICS ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਮ ਬਣਿਆ. And I'm very fortunate that I got that training from them. Colonel Toor, who is sitting over here, I used to go from Amritsar to Jalandhar for training. And when I went and came back, basically it was the way they were telling us what kind of questions you will be asked in the interview and everything. So it was an eye-opener, and we learned a lot. Being in the media there also, we think we know everything, but when it comes to these kind of questions, many times we don't know what it is. And I'm really proud that I'm associated with WWICS and meeting Colonel Saab after about 20 years. And it has been a wonderful journey. But there is one due which is still due for me. They were to place me over here because they had a placement service agency also.
That is why we sent Colonel Toor.
Yeah. And when I landed over here, there was nothing. But I was fortunate that the second day only I got a job in journalism only here.
Wonderful.
With Radio Punjab I started. And I was a person with the experience in print and electronic, but in India we don't have radios. So the first day I get a job over here, and the second day I'm asked to do a talk show, and I come up with a local issue. And the owner calls me and says, Harpreet, you won't get any call here. Get anything from Punjab and you will be flooded with calls. So just on a lighter side. But definitely we need services of institutions like WWICS who believe in values and ethics, because this business now is in a bad name, if I may openly say that. And this needs to be rectified because the entire community's name gets a bad name. So we need to work on this, and I'm sure with WWICS being here, we again will be able to get the right people, the right advice. So congratulations for being here, and
So nice.
thank you for being here. Thank you.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. ਤੇ it really makes me proud being part of WWICS and coming to the team and then being a part of CIS. And extremely ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਕਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਮੈਂ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ, ਸੈਂਕੜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਭੇਜ ਵੀ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਵਾਟ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਮੈਮ ਉਦੋਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਵਾਕਈ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਾਹਰ ਵਰਗਾ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ, ਲਾਈਕ ਵੀ ਫੈਲਟ ਲਾਈਕ ਸਟੱਡਿੰਗ ਇਨ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਇੰਸਟੀਟਿਊਟ ਓਵਰ ਦੇਅਰ ਵਿਦ ਆਲ ਦ ਫੈਕਲਟੀ ਮੈਂਬਰਸ ਐਂਡ ਐਵਰੀਵਨ. ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਐਵਰੀਵਨ ਫॉर ਬੀਇੰਗ ਹੇਅਰ, ਐਂਡ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸਰ ਵੰਸ ਅਗੇਨ. ਤੇ ਵਿਆਹ ਤੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੱਕਾ ਆਉਣਾ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਜੀ.
I will be there.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ.
Congratulations, sir, and his team. As sir has already said, so I joined his college CIS, which was and is still, I would say, a very, very exclusive college in Punjab and India also. We don't have any colleges like that. Very exciting, I would say, my journey there. I was in the IT industry, and then I joined. I wanted to change because I didn't want to sit in front of the machines and not be able to interact with people. So there was an opportunity at that point. I was interviewed rigorously by Canadians and Indians. Yeah, we had directors and our team members were Canadians. So it was an amazing experience. So ji, I said, मैं जी 1 साल काम करांगी, मैनू नहीं पता मैं teaching करनी भी है कि नहीं करनी. But I worked with him for 10 years. Eventually, I was a principal of that college, and as he said, it's an amazing institute still. ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਏ. But I would still give credit to my experience at CIS. Okay, I could get immigrated here because my colleagues were Canadians. So their references were the ones which helped to set me up here. So, and obviously all that thanks goes to our epitome of, so many different things he does, and it's amazing. Sir, tusi farming vi kar lende ho, maj rakh lende, sir. But congratulations, everybody, and thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. मैं बिहार झारखंड तो हूँ,
Little louder.
central part of India, and I was working in New India Insurance as a development officer for 15 years, and I applied through my class fellow who was in Roukla, branch in charge of Roukla, and later on he became as a journal in charge for eastern part of India. So I joined through him and gave my papers, and I wanted to get reach here fast. So Sukhjinder applied through Cairo because there was some problem in Cairo embassy. So he requested me that I should change my destination. I should apply through Chandigarh. That would be better. But I was a bit reluctant. Then he insisted me, and I had talked with the Army officer Colonel Mehta, I think. So he advised me that it would be better to apply from Chandigarh. Okay. करके ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਗਏ ਔਰ ਸੁਖਜਿੰਦਰ ਸੰਧੂ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਲੋਗਨ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਦ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਜਦ ਕਿਤੇ ਸੈਮੀਨਾਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿਹਾਰ ਝਾਰਖੰਡ ਸਟੇਟ 'ਚੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੱਝਾਂ ਗਾਈਆਂ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਾਲਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੋ ਕਰਨਲ ਸੰਧੂ ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖ ਦੇਣਾ, ਅਗਰ ਇੱਛਾ ਜ਼ਾਹਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਵੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਜਾਣਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ. Okay, bring your qualifications and leave on us. We will get it done. So that way, I am very much thankful to Colonel Sandhu, and he made it possible to reach here.
Very good evening to all, and thank you so much, Ms. Colonel Sandhu, and many congratulations to you as well. One thing I would like to add here, like we all have already heard, that so many lives has been changed by him. That the webinar was the new thing that started by WWICS, because I'm from Punjab and I recently moved here, and that kind of saved a lot of people to like sir ने पहला कहा कि आजकल एक बड़ा bad business बन चुका है, to save themselves to lending them on those businesses. So keep that up, Mr. Sandhu, and I guess there are other things as well that I guess WWICS has started first. So keep it up.
Thank you,
and
dear. Thank you. So nice of you.
best of luck for you in futures. Thank you.
Puneet Grover, and मैं WICS immigration ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ, and WICS immigration has finally opened the office in Surrey. WICS immigration, as we all know, it's a 28-year-old company, काफ़ी पुरानी कंपनी है, 28 साल तो immigration च सर्व कर रही है. साढ़े 20 branches India, 20 branches overseas हैगे, Middle East च साढ़ी 10 branches हैगियां. Toronto ਅਸੀਂ exist कर रहे सी 15 साल तो, and now we are open in Surrey. And ਹੁਣ ਸਰੀ 'ਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਫਿਸ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ. ਇਟਸ ਲੋਕੇਟਡ ਐਟ ਕਿੰਗ ਜਾਰਜ 73. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਪਰਪਸ ਲਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਡੀਲ, ਬੀ ਇਟ PR express entry ਪਾਣੀ ਹੋਏ, ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਹੋਏ, ਜਾਂ even the refugee cases we handle. We have a team of professional consultant, and we are doing everything ਇੱਧਰ ਸਰੀ ਆਫਿਸ 'ਚ. ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਲੋੜ ਹੋਏ, ਨੀਡ ਹੋਏ, we are here to help you, and we are located in Surrey. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ ਨਿਊਟਨ ਸੇਵ ਔਨ ਫੂਡ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਲੀ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 7327 ਇਹਦਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਹੈ। ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ WWICS ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੀਜੀ ਫਲੋਰ ਤੇ ਲੋਕੇਟਡ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਸ ਹਰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਸ ਨੇ, ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਐਗਜ਼ਿਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਹੁਣ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਫਿਸ ਖੋਲ੍ਹ ਲਿਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ। ਸੋ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਹੋ, ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਹੋ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, PR ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਵਰਕ ਪਰਮਿਟ ਤੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੇ ਲਈ WWICS ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਸਾਂਝਾ TV ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਰਸ਼ਦੀਪ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।